Hi, I'm John DeVore. Welcome to the DeVore Fidelity YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about a record, but as many of you know who've seen my previous videos, I've been focusing on live records because the COVID-19 shutdowns have basically closed down all live music venues. And there's still tons of live records that I want to cover. There's so many great ones. But today, the COVID-19 shutdown is really not the only thing happening. And I've been trying to figure out what my voice is and how I can add my voice to what's happening right now. But as my never wrong wife pointed out, nobody wants or needs to hear my point of view on these matters. And I recognize that as a white man, I sit at the apex of American privilege. And for me to, while obviously I've got opinions and I have sympathies, no one needs to hear those, and they're not important, honestly. But I did think that I could lend a voice in a different way, and I thought that for a while I wanted to focus on protest records. American protest music is an incredibly deep and incredibly powerful and profound body of music. A huge number of my favorite all-time records from all genres can also be filed under the categories of protest music and protest albums. And so I'm actually really looking forward to digging out tons of my favorite records and talking about them. But there's one that always comes to my mind when I think about these, and it's one that nobody really talks about. It's actually, it's more recent than the legendary 60s and 70s protest albums. And this is not, it's actually not an album. It's my favorite cut off of a fantastic record that was released at the end of the 80s. And it is this. Funny Vibe. This was one of the singles released. This is one of the singles off of Living Colour's debut album, Vivid, which is an amazing album. This was actually the first song that I really fell for from this band when their biggest hit, Cult of Personality, started playing a lot on MTV. Remember, this is the 80s, on MTV and on radio. And it was a killer song. Everyone was like, who are these, what's this band? These guys are amazing. And I thought it was a great song, but this song came to my attention because my best friend at art school in '88, we both moved to New York. And this was one of the, he is a filmmaker. And this was one of the first music videos he directed. And it blew me away. So when I think of Living Colour, this is always the first song that starts to play in my head. But also when I think about protest music, this record isn't protesting police brutality, it isn't protesting corruption or anything like that. It actually goes right to the very fundamental aspect of racism, and that is the way we treat one another. And in that sense, it is one of the most powerful songs that I know of, and it's an amazing song, and this band is utterly amazing. You know, I mean, Vernon is a guitar god to this day, but the drums on this, the bass on this, Corey's vocals, I mean, it's a killer song. And if you don't know the band, if you don't know Living Colour, they're back. I think they're even maybe recording a record now. But this is from their first album, which is called Vivid, and that entire album is incredible. It completely rocks. But I wouldn't categorize the whole album as protest music. But this is protest music, and it's fantastic protest music. I will link to the really sort of funny, awesomely 80s, but really poignant video down below. And I urge you to watch the video, listen to this song, and if you don't know them, discover Living Colour. Great band. Thanks very much. and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.